Welcome to 843 TV. We are here at the Osprey Village Thrift on Main, which is a wonderful place to come check out.
Yes, well, I'm your host, Catherine Mademan.
And I'm Lisa Richardson.
And today, our guests, which I'm really excited about because we're going to get an update of what's happening at Osprey Village, are Channing Heiss, who's the Director of Communications. We have Asval Ali, who's the Treasurer on the Board of Directors. And we have William Dennington, who is a local resident and a super tennis star.
You want to tune in and hear all the wonderful updates happening with Osprey Village, so stick around for this episode of 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Low Country comes to speak.
.843 TV, where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV at the Osprey Village Thrift on Main, which is always a fun place to come and check out. And sharing today is Channing Heiss, who's Director of Communications. Thanks for having us back.
Hey, it's great to have you back, Lisa and Catherine. It's always good to see you.
And we've learned so much while we've been here in previous times. So give us an update on what's happening with Osprey Village.
Oh, things are so exciting right now. We're progressing very well on our ultimate goal to build a neighborhood in Hardyville. That's going really well. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's happening. Our operations are going well here. We're doing great on services. We just had an extremely successful fundraiser on May 18th aboard the Salty Dog. We sold the boat out and everybody had an awesome time. And on October 27th, as if that's not enough, we're having our annual golf fundraiser out at Oldfield. So things are really cooking here.
And I want to say, mark your calendars for that October
27th.
27th.
You're probably playing that.
I would like to play in that. So well, that's, congratulations on having a successful fundraiser, number one, because it all helps with the project and the goal in the future of everybody and the community.
Exactly.
So but since then, we've been here a couple months ago. Besides those, what else is going on with the infrastructure of the buildings and things like that?
Well, we've been having meetings with the many entities that are involved in all of this. It takes a lot of moving parts. Let's face it takes a lot of people to do this. The people who donated the land and coordinated that have been very helpful. Everyone's giving us great advice. We actually are seeing the first building of the road. They started actually constructing the road that's going to lead in and out of Osprey Village. That should be done by late fall. So we're cooking. After that, we'll worry about buildings and various other things, but that's a little bit down the line. But we're off to a good start.
Well, that's exciting.
A very important mission of Osprey Village is empowerment, inclusion, respect, and all those things. Tell us about that. Elaborate on that, and how can everyone else help with that goal and mission?
Well, we can live it. I mean, it takes each individual. This is neighbor to neighbor. You change attitudes and you change society really one neighbor at a time. It's about living those values in everything we do. I mean, it's one thing, you can dust off these words and you can say the right things, but if you live it, if you see somebody as an equal, if you give somebody an opportunity, if you see what they are instead of what they aren't, that makes all the difference in the world. So if we can all live that in our daily lives, then we're going to make progress.
I love how you put that, to see someone for what they are and what they're not. And I think that's a big challenge when it comes to dealing with folks with disabilities.
And
It's like our executive director said yesterday, it was a dream. Now it's a reality.
Yeah. In our last show where we were here, one thing my takeaway was, if the community and the people with disabilities, they want independence. They want to live. They want to have the abilities to, and they want to be trained and given the opportunities. And I think that's really important because people don't recognize that they just want to go and live.
Right.
And they want to be able to be self-sufficient as much as they can.
Right. And everybody wants to count and everybody wants to be included.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody wants that.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I know that in the next segment, we're going to be speaking with one of the folks who has really benefited from the services that you all have. So what gives you all hope when you're dealing with these issues?
Well, I'll tell you. As an advocate, there's this idea that advocates are, by their nature, pessimists, and that's not true at all. We're some of the most optimistic people that you'll ever meet because we wouldn't do what we do if we didn't think we could make a difference, and that's optimism. I'm hopeful. Obviously, things along the way need to be changed and viewpoints need to be altered and the way we look at things has to be altered. But overall, I'm very optimistic. We're going in a good direction and we've got just the right community to do that. We're forward thinking. good people, and that's exactly what you need.
So let's step back for 1 second, because if they haven't seen our previous show, tell us a little bit about the facility. How many beds and how do you see the structure and the design of it?
Well, you know what? We have 63 acres. 25 of those are buildable. We can do up to 140 units, I believe it is. Obviously, we haven't started that phase of it yet, but there's all kinds of potential for growth here. I mean, the East Argent development area, that is going to be a boom area in the next 10 to 20 years, and we're going to be part of it. So we're very excited about all the various businesses and things that are going to be going in there, and Osprey Village is going to be part of that. So it's quite exciting, and looking forward to it.
Coming up in 1 year from now is a very special anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Right.
Let's talk about that, and how has that changed really the dynamic of a lot of things that you're able to do and not do, and what are you all planning for that big special time?
Well, it's an interesting thing. It's opened people's eyes to things that maybe they weren't aware of. I think that, you know, in spite of the fact that it is legislation, and that is by its very nature can be confrontational, it also can be a unifying force if we all believe in not just the letter of the law, but the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law is what is going to bring this community together, and has. The reactions that I've had from people who want to do the right things and want to include people, you'd be amazed at how many positive reactions I've had. It's not all negative and confrontational, and we need to celebrate that spirit as one community, and that's what the anniversary is to me.
Well, well said, and I think that's very important to recognize and also say that, because think about in the last 30 years and how everybody's integrated into the communities, and it's a harmony thing, you know, and that's my new word, harmony. I want everybody to get along and everybody want to participate, you know, and that's terrific, and we have great respect for that, and I think, you know, Channing, thank you for sharing this with us this morning, and we will be right back with more 843 TV.